whether data is available for sending it in terms of frames or not. Okay, so that is sent, and here as soon as it arrival happens, then it goes ahead and does its job, and when the data is finished, it just sits idle. Again, new data comes in, does its job, sits idle for this period, and so on. Now, obviously, this is not going to be same as this one. Okay, you could have different times on both sides, because transmission is another situation, propagation, we saw all of those kind of things. That's going to come into play. The total time between senders sending the message and receiver depends on a lot of factors, right? We saw queuing time, propagation time, processing time, all those kind of things.
This is probably a good question, but would the sender, because this isn't used, so but would the sender basically pulse out the frames at the same amount of time, or there's no acknowledgement, so it doesn't have to, so it doesn't. Like I see, there's a space difference between the first and second frame and then the second and third frame.
But it's not a moot question, so I mean, it's an important question, so I do want you to phrase it properly. So one thing that you pointed out is there is this difference here, right? So the sending side. But again, it has nothing to do with the receiver side, as you pointed out in part of your question, that it's this is the simplest protocol, which does not understand that the receiver also has its own limitations, and we can do better if we listen to what the receiver is saying. Okay, so this protocol is designed in the simplest form by just pumping in information. As soon as the network layer says, I'm ready, send the data, it sends the data.
Okay, so there's no reason for there's no reason for the gap there, it's just a matter that the network layer just didn't have consent.
Exactly.